Hey, this is 1 Million in 1 Year. I'm Greg McIntyre. I'm an attorney. I do estate planning, elder law, and I took on a crazy proposal put out a crazy proposal that I would take 150,000, make 1 million with it in 1 year. I haven't done a show in a little over a month, and I wanted to come on mainly because I was ashamed of the markets. I'm ashamed of the volatility. I'm ashamed of my investments. And I wanted to come on and talk about that a little bit and what I've learned. And I'll tell you where I'm at right now, okay? So one thing I did is I bought a condo in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was a depressed market. And because everybody's moving out of the suburbs during COVID, nobody wanted to be in the middle of the city and distancing and all that. So it was a soft market. So I got a good deal on a condo there. I put a lot of work into renovating that condo and just furnishing that condo. And I think it will be a great place where there will be appreciation by the end of the year, given the opening up of the economy, the world, and us putting things behind us a bit, and that market getting hot again. So I'm interested to see. I think I can bump 100 to 150,000 out of that property. We'll see. But that really ties into what I've learned with my stock investments and crypto investments that I want to talk about today. Okay, I've got a lot of sweat equity and control in that condo. I own some other real estate too that's not a part of this 1 million in 1 year, but it's made me start focusing on the things that I can control. I started looking at the markets. They started heading south. AMC a couple of weeks ago last week went up 600%, but I felt like a gambler, and I'm not a gambler. I do not like to gamble with money or anything else. So I pull it out. I actually pulled out about a month ago of the entire stock market because it ceased to make sense to me. And the reason it ceased to make sense to me is the whole premise of this show, 1 million in 1 year. It ceased to make sense to me because I was making quick decisions to make quick money. I was being reactive. And one of the things that we do when we are reactive is we miss out on the big picture, on the long term. And so I've really done a lot of soul searching, talking to other professionals, my business coach, really working on kind of what was going on and sorting through it. And that's what it is it's focused on short-term pops. It's focused on trying to find the one thing that'll take you to the moon, that'll go up, 600% in a couple of days. Well, it's almost impossible to know which crypto or which stock is going to do that. And those are the types of plays you have to make to take 150 to 1 million in 1 year. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I'll tell you where I'm at. But what I have learned is that I don't want to neglect the big picture anymore. Another thing that I've learned, and I don't want to be reactive. I don't want to say, hey, a stock dips, sell. Hey, a stock ticks up, buy. A stock ticks up, buy. A stock ticks down, sell. Right? I don't want to be reactive like that. That's why it's better long term to invest in solid companies and also to invest in what you believe in. And I like to also invest in real estate, which is somewhere where I can have a measure of control. It's a long proven hedge against inflation, and you can make rents, and you can also improve the equity, the value of that property, not just by owning it over time and it appreciating, but also by either getting contractors to go in, by managing the improvement, or by going in yourself also and doing that improvement. I do both of those things. I like to dink around and make those improvements myself. I think I'm fairly good at that. And I also have contractors and subs that'll go in, subcontractors, and do work as well. So it's made me focus more on that and more of the other real estate I own to see how I can maximize those investments. And that's where I want to keep my mind, is on the big picture, the things I can control. It's also made me pull out, and what I did was I took all the money I had in the market and I put that in crypto. And I took about a 20% loss. I took about a 20% loss overall from the initial. I had it up to about 180 something at one point in time. I've lost about 20% of that, but I have that in crypto split pretty evenly between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, I have some small plays and some other smaller cryptos that if they did pop would certainly be a big advantage to me. However, I have a good market share of crypto, and I wanted to get just one Bitcoin. Just give me one. And now I have multiple Bitcoins. I have quite a bit of Ethereum, and I believe in both those currencies. I think Bitcoin is digital gold. I think that the fact that one guy, Elon Musk, can come out and hate on Bitcoin and that it dips, but not really that much, proves that it's resilient. It also proves this: if your currency or your investment, your stock or your company is based on, and one person on planet Earth can say something about it and drastically affect it, that's a problem. So I think that some positive things you've seen in the digital world, and what I like that I've seen in the digital currency world lately, is that El Salvador, never really think about El Salvador much, but they have a lot of people living overseas. El Salvador has made officially Bitcoin a currency in El Salvador. That way, it's extremely easy for all the people they have living overseas or in the United States and other countries, abroad, can easily get money back to their families. So it flows money and income just fluidly, easily back to El Salvador, which is beautiful because, it's just an easy way of exchange. And Bitcoin is like digital gold. They're not making any more of it. And the more it's in demand, the more value it will gain. I do not see it being in less demand in the future. It's a proven currency. It's the most popular currency of digital currencies. And it has a proven track record. It's solid infrastructure. And I think it's just only going to gain in value, like real gold, okay? Except more because it's newer and it's a new thing. So I think we're still in the beginning of that. Imagine 10 countries adopting it as its currency. Imagine Latin America adopting it as its currency, which I would love to see. I would love that because I think it would improve the value of my positions. So that's what I see coming in the future. Also, there's been other news in Bitcoin. A major 401k provider added Bitcoin in its selection of ways it was investing the 401ks, and those are options for their people to invest pre-income tax retirement funds in digital currencies. I think that's the first of many. As that opens up and more, imagine all of them, all your IRAs, 401ks offering digital. Bitcoin's going to be a big play there. And again, it's digital gold. There's not going to be any physical Bitcoins, made, any more digital Bitcoins made. No more physical gold will be made, on planet Earth. I'm sure there's some other places in the universe, but not with Bitcoin. It's a limited amount of supply. Simple economics tells you the more demand goes up. If supply is limited, the more the value or price of each individual unit will be. That's the reason I think that Bitcoin is not a gamble. I think Bitcoin is one of the safest places that I can make. And again, I'm not a financial planner. I hold no licenses, don't claim to. This is just my experiment for 1 million in 1 year. Now, could I get 1 million in 1 year just off my Bitcoin play and hold? I don't know. Could I double it, triple it? Maybe. It depends. Are other countries going to adopt it? Are other 401k providers and IRAs going to start investing in it? Other banks add it to their portfolios of investments? I hope so. And I think that this is the first of many to do that, okay? That's what I see. It's the first domino to fall, the first shoe to drop. And with countries adopting it and otherwise. In addition, my Ethereum play. Ethereum, and I have a son who's 21, but he does tons of research. He's really into digital currency and lots of other things. And if he's into something, he's all in and he's really researching it. So, he's reported to me, and I've looked into it myself, that Ethereum is allowed, or the way it's structured, there's a central governing body essentially. You can set it up so you can have like a Fed and you can control it centrally. So there's centralized control, unlike decentralized control with Bitcoin. In addition, it has, I think, smart built-in contracts. So when you do a transaction, it's easy to record that, and you can do it, a number of different ways. For example, I know Visa a couple of months ago did the first digital transaction over the Ethereum network. Okay, so the thought is, when countries really get into making their own digital currencies, that it would be very, very easy, and it would make sense for them to adopt Ethereum as that currency, or the underpinning of that currency, and build on top of that platform to have their own tokens or currencies. Okay, people are doing that already. Companies are doing that, have been doing that for a long time on the Ethereum, say, platform for their digital currency. Okay, and it's made to do that, and that's what I love about it. Okay, imagine billions of dollars a day exchanging, but on Visa cards, on these cards that we all carry around, that is taking place in digital currency, and that's being done over Ethereum. Okay, so I believe that I'm not sure which one would be more valuable, the Ethereum platform and that digital currency play, or my Bitcoin play. However, it'd be nice to have a lot of gold in the safe and a lot of cash in my pocket or in the bank, right? And that's how I look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is gold, Ethereum, totally different concept, but still a digital currency, more like cash, more easily transactable, and the wave of the future, I believe. So my commitment right now to you and to myself is that I'm not going to move my investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to leave them. And I'm going to let the world open up to the future of digital currency, and I'm going to ride that wave. And I've got money going in there every week into Bitcoin and Ethereum, every week automatically set up. Also, I have money going into a stock investment account every week set up. I've let that build for the last month or so, and I'm going to start getting back into the stock market, but I'm going to do it with what I've learned so far, which is how we all evolve and grow. Not just with short-term thinking and gambling, pulling the slot and hoping it pays off. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it with more of a long-term eye and strategy. And I think that's the way we all have to invest. So while I would be ashamed of my losses, I'm not. I lost about 20% to learn something I think will make me thousands or hundreds of thousands of percent more over time. So, that's what I had to pay to learn that lesson. And me getting in there and investing my own retirement, my own money, my own, that chunk I set aside to play with this show, 1 million in 1 year, has allowed me to learn, and man, what a small price to pay for the wisdom and knowledge that I have going forward. So I wanted to bring that to you. And I think there's also another thing. I think there are opportunities out there that we have not conceived of yet that will happen with not only stock and other companies, but also digital currencies. There are developments that would happen. I did not see El Salvador coming. I did not see El Salvador coming and adopting Bitcoin as currency. I would love to see, instead of China and the United States hating on digital currency and trying to regulate it and tax it and do everything else, tax the gains, whatever. I mean, that's fine. However, I did not see them actually trying to ban it or trying to squash it so much. My thoughts are the equity markets here, the stock markets, in combination with the federal government and the Fed, the Federal Reserve, see it as a threat. Okay, see it as a potential threat. But I think that it's not. because it is a great source of taxable income for the state, and also a great way for an investor to diversify their investments. And a lot of these, I think, people that are hating on it now, which is how things go. First, something will get attention, a person, a thing, digital currency, then it will draw ire and hate and detractors, and then it will start to lead and get followers, and people will adopt it. And that's generally how any new technology or things new that come on the scene are treated, especially if it threatens some of the big boys. So that's how you know that it's a big thing, because it is rattling cages and threatening the big boys, the big governments and the big markets, okay? So that makes me happy because I see opportunity there. So that's the way I've kind of viewing investing in the markets right now. You may say I'm gambling with the digital currency. However, I look at it a much different way. I think that simply keeping with what we have right now and not seeking advancement opportunity and more technology and investing in that and believing in that is, I think, the gamble. Not doing that is the gamble. So, hey, this is my show, 1 Million in 1 Year. I'll be back. I'll start doing more regular shows. So check us out. There's a podcast, 1 Million in 1 Year. It's on our YouTube channel for Lawyer Greg, and I'll put it out on all our other social media. So please let me know what you think of this episode. Let me know what you think of the markets right now, the stock market, what you think your big plays are, and love to go back and forth with messages. I have people message me all the time about investing, and again, I am not an investment advisor. I hold no type of licenses. Don't plan to get any today. I might in the future, thinking about it, but as of right now, no. Just wanted to do this show and to learn to manage this 150. Plus, what I guess part of that was put in a condo property in Charlotte. And in the end, at the end of the year, I'm going to open up all the books and I'm going to show you where I'm at for my 1 million and 1 year. Thanks. Until next time. See ya. I'm Greg McIntyre.